It's time for the Gladbrook Corn Carnival Parade on KDAO. This special broadcast is made possible by Bears Bulldozing, Corn Carnival Car Show, Gladbrook Corn Carnival Corporation, Dwayne Petty, Realtor with Century 21 Signature Real Estate, Gladbrook Insurance Agency, Gladbrook Theater and Matchstick Marbles, Goose Implement, Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo, Savage Tavern, Schmidt's Construction, Thompson Equipment, Westbrook Acres. Now, the Gladbrook Corn Carnival Parade on KDAO.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Corn Carnival Parade 2026 on KDAO.com. I'm Chuck Carpenter, coming to you on a beautiful night. We thank our veterans for your service. Yes, indeed, what a great way to begin our Gladbrook Corn Carnival Parade 2026 because, well, the theme is, if you shuck it, it will come. But the other thing is, of course, we're celebrating our 250th birthday, so we're going to probably put a whole bunch of things into one here. I'm Chuck Carpenter, and got a lot of people to thank. First off, Josh Garrison, thank you very much for allowing us to use your electricity. Okay, this is very, very cool. This is brand new 1944 World War II Jeep, and check out that big flag. Now, this is sponsored by the grocery store. It's going to be parked in the parking lot, I believe, of the grocery store after the parade. Isn't that something? A 1944 World War II Jeep, and check out that flag. That's something brand new. We always have a lot of classic things that we're known for here at the Corn Carnival, and then something brand new, and there you go. Great thing. And, of course, that'll be in the grocery store parking lot as we go along. If you shuck it, they will come. We have dignitaries. We have to have a Grand Marshal. We have Keith and Joanne Sash. They always have good Grand Marshals. Keith and Joanne Sash. What a beautiful night for a parade. I'm Chuck Carpenter. Probably going to last about an hour here. It's going to be awesome. Little Miss and Mr. We've got, they'll be coming up in just a little bit here. First off, check out the crowd. Isn't it wonderful? And, of course, me being from Tama, Toledo, I always have a vested interest in the Corn Carnival, okay? Back in those days, though, it was the church food stands and the merchant stand. Neither one which are around, but we'll get to that stuff in just a little bit. Hey, we have Little Miss, Little Mister, Cameron and Quinn, and the Corn Cob Queen is Jenna Brayler. Hopefully I said everybody's name right. Okay, and as always, we have our public safety people. Ambulance crews, Gladbrook Lincoln Ambulance. We'll have the fire department, probably a lot of fire departments from all around the Central Highway area and all around the Gladbrook area. What a wonderful, wonderful night for a parade. And, I think it's rained a couple of times on the parade, but it's never rained it out, man. So really, really got lucky. Corn Carnival started last night. Actually, technically, the Corn Carnival, as we take a look at all the fire trucks coming down the road here, actually, the Corn Carnival began on Sunday when a whole bunch of volunteers got together to do setup night in downtown Gladbrook. And then, of course, we had sweet corn shucking night on Wednesday. I want to thank everybody that came out and shucked sweet corn the old-fashioned way. And, of course, there's Gladbrook Fire and Rescue. And the sweet corn is just being served up at one of the food stands, which is located north of the grocery store parking lot. The sweet corn, actually, if you are in town today or tomorrow, there's Gladbrook Fire and Rescue, sweet corn, and walking tacos and watermelon, the Corn Carnival stand. Then the Tama County Pork Producers, thank you, Dennis Ginger, had an awesome pork loin sandwich. Of course I did. They're so good. And the pork producers are also going to be doing some stuff at the car show tomorrow, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. That'll be at the former school lot. And the Cattlemen Association, they're there as well. And we've got the Pie Lady and, of course, the Midway. So a lot of things to see, do, and eat after this parade is over. And hopefully people got to town early for this parade because, man, I tell you what, if you wait until like 5 or 5:30, and this parade starts right on time at 6:30. I think it probably started a little bit early because all of a sudden they were upon us. So again, if you shuck it, they will come. And also, it's the 250th birthday of the United States. So we're putting a couple things into one here during the Corn Carnival Parade. Okay, more Gladbrook Fire and Rescue. We got the Lincoln Volunteer Fire Department. We're going to have good quality and good quantity of entries today for our parade. Hopefully you're enjoying this, and we're just in the beginning stages of the Gladbrook Corn Carnival Parade on KDAO.com. I'm Chuck Carpenter. Anybody could do this parade, but I always request it because, like I said, I have a connection, being from Tame and Toledo, you know. Okay, first off, as we take a look at all the public safety people, and we have the Garwin Fire Department coming into view, thanks to Josh Garrison, he and his family, for letting me use their power today. And, of course, Josh is going to be in the parade, and, of course, he and his family are doing the car show tomorrow. So thank you, Josh. Thank you to my good friend Deanna Davis-McCowan. Deanna unable to attend tonight. She's watching it from her recliner. There's the Garwin Fire Department. So thank you, Deanna. Thanks to Dennis Ginger for, well, not only the pork loin sandwich, but also all the interviews that he does. And just thanks to the good people of Gladbrook. It's always fun to be here. And again, every time we do a parade, whenever we have these fire departments, like this is the Montour Fire Department, so look at this. I mean, that's extreme southern Marshall County, Tama County, excuse me, but they come up, and whenever they have breakfast, fundraisers, please support them. And, of course, we've got the Green Mountain Fire Department right there from Marshall County, and they're pancake and breakfast, you know. So please support these volunteer fire departments. They just do a wonderful, wonderful job. And, of course, all of our public safety people will be leading the way in this parade. It's a long parade. It started at the co-op and started early. It always starts early. It always starts on time, ma'am. And the weather is terrific. And the crowds are terrific. And you just can't ask for much more. Gladbrook does a great job. 104 years they've been doing the Corn Carnival. I didn't know what it looked like 104 years ago. I don't know if we had a parade 104 years ago. And, of course, KDAO, we've been streaming this parade since, well, probably after the stupid COVID year, probably 2021. So this is like our 5th year. Okay, everywhere I go and do a parade, the LeGrand Fire Department is right there. Now, tomorrow I'm going to do Conrad. I'll bet you they'll be in Conrad. I bet you that they will be in State Center next week. LeGrand is always at these parades. They're always here. So thanks to LeGrand Fire Department for all they do. And they're also squirting out water, too. And look at this. We got the Beeman Fire Department. Of course, you know, actually my first parade was in Beeman this year, where we did the 150th birthday of Beeman. And, of course, Beeman is going to be a pass-through community for Ragbri on July 23rd. So Beeman's getting all cranked up to welcome Ragbri. So thanks to all these fire departments, and we still got the Tama County Sheriff's Office and just a bunch of stuff. And of course, I have no lineup. Don't need a lineup. I'll just fake it. And I know a lot of these things anyway, being from Tama, Toledo, Tama County Conservation. Of course, they got very nice Union Grove Lake. And as we go along, we'll be talking about some things that you can enjoy tonight. The weather's going to be terrific. And tomorrow, we hope the weather's going to cooperate. Maybe we'll keep the rain away because there's a lot of things going on. I plan to come back tomorrow night, actually. And for Exit 185, they'll be playing tomorrow night. Look at that. They already have the dates down for the Corn Carnival for next year. They're very forward-thinking. If you shuck it, they will come. And like I said, it's also our 250th birthday. So, you know, we have a couple things going on at once here. A lot of red, white, and blue, a lot of flags, a lot of golf carts. When I look west, I see a whole lot of golf carts, man. And I also see a whole lot of people. We'll try to get some crowd shots as we go along here today. Tama County Emergency Management. Thanks to our sponsors, great sponsors. Got to throw these guys in here. Corn Carnival Corporation, Goose Implement, Gladbrook Insurance Agency, Schmitz Construction, Toledo, Medicap Pharmacy, Gladbrook Theater, Matchstick Marvels. What a wonderful place. That's where all the exhibits are at, you know. Westbrook Acres, Thompson Equipment, Dwayne Petty, Century 21 Realty, Savage Tavern, Bears Bulldozing, and the Corn Carnival Car Show, which is tomorrow. 250 years. I told you we would have a lot of Americana here today. That's a really, really nice entry. And celebrating our birthday, like I said, a lot of red, white, and blue. Oh, got to have some class reunions. Got to have some class reunions, man. What is this? This is a class of 1976, the bicentennial year. In 1976, I was carrying groceries out at Vaughn's Bilo in Toledo, Iowa. So there you go. The spirit of 76. Maybe that wasn't a class reunion, but it looked like it should have been a class reunion. Hey, look at that. I've got the ladies here. I've got my shirt on. Got the Gladbrook Rhinebeck Rebels, girls, boys, coaches. There you go. Kaylee Larson told me that they would be there, so I believe Kaylee Larson. And the coaches. Mr. Olson is even here. Wow. And there's Paula. I got my shirt on. There you go. Good job, Rebels. And we got the Shriners. Always nice to have the Rebels on hand at the Gladbrook Rhinebeck Parade. And there's Paula. Paula's just hugging everybody. Okay, like I said, there's plenty of things to see, do, and eat if you're watching this parade being streamed live, including something new tonight, man. They're going to have a corn eating contest, a corn cob eating contest at 9 o'clock. Now, that's a little too late for me, eating a whole bunch of sweet corn before going to bed. But you know what? As long as I have a lot of extra salt and pepper on it, I don't care. So that's actually brand new. And they're going to play bingo in the shuffleboard courts. That's going to be at 7:30, okay? And, of course, the midway is going to be going on. Of course, we have the Shriners here. The midway is going to be going on. Of course, they have a carnival. They have a midway. A lot of rides. I went down there when I got my free pork loin sandwich. And I bought my Mountain Dew, though. Anyway, so they get the midway going on, and then it's always interesting. After this event is over, it's just amazing. They're throwing cups out. It's just amazing the people that come over that hill, and so all the food producers, they had better be ready to serve up people, because after this parade is over, I don't think anybody goes home, man. They go downtown and they eat, and they play bingo, and there's entertainment. Trevor Parrish is going to be in the grocery store parking lot. You can also see that 1944 Jeep. There's the Tama County Cattlemen's Association, so the Tama County Cattle people are there. Got Tama County Fair Queen candidate, Belle Werner. And, of course, the cattlemen, they were, I think they were doing ribeye sandwiches. And they're part of the food court, too, downtown. So we got the food going on downtown. And I told you we got the corn cob eating contest. That's going on. And then J.J. Ace will play in the beer garden, which is, of course, up by Savage Tavern, one of our sponsors. So that's all going on tonight. We'll get to tomorrow in just a little bit because there's a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. Thanks to all the volunteers. Thanks to Dennis Ginger. Dennis did this for a long, long time, then took a little break, and then came back and did it. And he's got a really, really good committee. A lot of young people on the program because people like Dennis and I are getting older, you know. But you still, you know what, you can't take the corn carnival out of us. Can't ask for a better night weather-wise. And, of course, you know, when I was a kid growing up in Tama, one of the big things was all the tractors and all the farm implements that would come. So we're going to have some of those coming into your cam review here. Our parade usually lasts about an hour. In the old days, it was like 2.5 hours, but a good hour for the parade. And, of course, like I said, they got some new stuff in it. We already saw that 1944 World War II Jeep, okay, so that was cool. So they always have something new along with, you know, all of the favorites. Okay, Goose Implement. They are one of our good sponsors, not only of this parade, but they also do a good job with Gladbrook Rhinebeck Rebel Sports. And, of course, you know, we saw the Gladbrook Rhinebeck Rebel boys and girls teams. Sometimes they're on a float, but tonight the Rebel boys and girls were walking. So we got Goose Implement, one of our good sponsors of this parade. Oh, and the other thing is, too, along with everything else I forgot to mention, the merchant, I keep on saying the merchant's tent, that's just old school. All the exhibits that used to be in the merchant's tent upstairs in the city center, and then they've even had so many, they've had to, you know, put them outside as well. And, of course, it's a nice night to do that. And of course, you got the Matchstick Marvels. I stopped in there. Matchstick Marvels, very, very nice. And it's really kind of fun. Oh, there's Lincoln. I tell you what, it's the best pizza ever. I was there at the pizza place in Lincoln last year. Man, that was some good stuff. I hear they have frosted mugs of beer. I just had the pizza. If you if you preach it, they will come. If you shuck it, they will come. If you preach it, they will come. Well, God understands. God loves the Corn Carnival. That's unique. And we have Democratic candidate for governor, Rob Sand. I don't know if Mr. Sand is marching or not, or just his supporters, but basically Tama County Democrats. Before I got distracted, I tend to get distracted because there's always a lot of stuff going on. I wanted to mention that at least, hopefully tonight still, but I know as of this afternoon, the grocery store and the theater, they were both serving like free ice cream. So you can't beat that. So you go downtown, get a hamburger, get a pork loin sandwich, get some watermelon, get a walking taco. We get some free ice cream. Plenty of things to see, do, and eat. Now, I think I did screw up. We did not have a class reunion like I thought earlier, but we got a class reunion now, man. This class of 1971. Gladbrook High School, 1971. Good quality, good quantity, and you can see the kiddos on your TV screen or your computer screen, whatever, running around after the candy and the cups. Sometimes they do fly swatters. My Grandpa Schaefer liked it when they threw fly swatters and yardsticks and pencils out. And then Grandpa Schaefer, he was like 65 years old, but he would just run out and get them anyway. That happened during the Malcolm Centennial, and my cousins and I were just screaming with laughter with Grandpa Schaefer running out. Oh, there's some ladies, there's some guys, there you go. There's some Busch Light, so there you go. Like I said, I tend to get distracted. We got the Gladbrook Lions Club, Doyle's Family Farm. And see, that's the thing. With some parades, I have gaps, so I have plenty of things to talk about. With this one, man, it bang, bang, bang. Warner's Grade and Feed in Tama, my old hometown of Tama. Actually, to be quite honest, I first off started living in Toledo, and then my dad, who did TV repair work in Tama, didn't like driving all the way to work from Toledo to Tama, so we moved to Tama. And then he would still drive to Marshalltown 3 times a week for breakfast. So anyway, I have no point to that. It's a beautiful night for a parade. If you shuck it, they will come. America's 250th birthday. Got a little time here. Checking out the crowds. You can see that. This is like from east to west, okay? Is that Abraham Lincoln? It looks like him from behind. I think it is. Well, of course, it's got to be the Lincoln Savings Bank. Oh, these guys. These are Shriners. They play interesting versions of music. My late boss, Mark, always liked it. Whenever Mark came up and did the parade with me, he always liked to hear what music these guys were playing. Hey, this is very cool. We have the class of 1956 from Gladbrook. 1956. So good job. Class of 1956 from Gladbrook. That's 2 class reunions. And got some tractors, got some classic cars. And speaking of classic cars, like I said, I want to thank Josh Garrison and his family for letting me set up in their front yard and use their power. And Josh wants me to remind you, they have the car show tomorrow from 11 until 1. And it's going to be at the former school parking lot, or the former school lot. And I know Dennis Ginger, the Tama County pork producers, they're going to be down there serving up food. And then I think they do a little cruise to the nursing home and maybe out to the lake, too. At least I think so. So thank Josh Garrison. And if you got a classic car, you got a dune buggy, bring it. Good quality, good quantity. Do we have another? Well, so far we've had 2 class reunions, 1971 and 1956. This looks like it's a class reunion. I don't see a sign, but either they're just, a bunch of friends on a float, which is fine, or maybe it's a class reunion. I think it's a class reunion. I don't know what year that was, but that was a class reunion. Family Dollar Store on the east edge of town. Very, very nice. Oh, look at that. Is that a Mustang? Very, very cool. Wonder if that'll be in the car show tomorrow. And I promise we'll be talking about some stuff going on tomorrow. I already mentioned tonight, after this is over, please go downtown. You got plenty of time. Check out the free entertainment. We got entertainment in the beer garden at up by the tavern, JJ Ace. And then Trevor Parrish is in the parking lot. Here's Prairie Creek, Garwin. I don't think I've ever seen a yellow semi a day in my life. That's a very cool thing about this parade. They always have a lot of traditional things, but sometimes you see something you've never seen before. Like, I never seen a 1944 World War II Jeep. I don't think I've ever seen a yellow semi a day in my life with purple lights. Very cool. And, of course, this is like one of the biggest things I've ever seen in my life either. And we got food downtown. Matchstick Marbles. City Center's open. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, pancake breakfast east of the grocery store. Tractor ride registration. I wonder if my friend Andrew Sternhagen is going to be involved in that. Usually he's always running around in a tractor thing. Got a 5K run walk, 7 o'clock. Kids activities, 10 a.m. in the city park. I already mentioned the car show in the former school lot, and that's at 11. And then the rides at Midway will get underway at 1 o'clock. I would suspect the food vendors probably be serving about 11 noon tomorrow, something like that. Water ball contest, 1. They got wrestling, okay? Now, we'll get into that in just a little bit because that'll take me back. Hey, how about the Garwin Little League? And you know what? The other thing is, we have all these parents involved in their Little League and softball, and they all still manage to volunteer for just a lot of stuff in their community. Big shout out there. So anyway, tomorrow they actually have wrestling, 3 to 5 and 6 to 8. See, that was the big thing when I was growing up in Tama. That was like the big thing. You can't. My dad. You come to Gladbrook for All-Star Wrestling. But back in those days, it was Rufus R. Jones and Bob Geigel and Ronnie Etchinson and the Stomper and all those guys. Okay. And then I think they either retired or you're not among us anymore. But anyway, then that just kind of died off. But lately, wrestling has come back, so that's kind of a nice thing. And they'll be doing that tomorrow from 3 till 5 and 6 till 8. Okay, now we have a little bit of a gap here. So we'll zoom in on some of the action and some of the people. Oh, look at that. That's Roxanne, my friend. She's not looking at the camera, though, which is weird because Roxanne never met a camera she didn't like. People just enjoying the parade. Let's try to scan down this way, man. That's what's going on to the east. So this is our first gap. But I can freelance around a little bit. Now anyway, going back to tomorrow, we hope the weather cooperates. Like I said, the Merchants Tent, the City Center will open up at 2. Check out Matchstick Marbles. And we got Members First Community Credit Union. And the entertainment tomorrow night, I really want to see these guys. Exit 185, of course, they're playing tonight in Marshalltown, but they'll be Ray Lynn, great singer. They'll be playing in the grocery store parking lot. Last year they had a tribute to AC/DC, which was very, very good. So we went and did that and then went to to Lincoln to eat pizza. Not that you care about my life, but I just thought I'd let you know what we did. So anyway, so JJ Ace JJ Ace is tonight. Tomorrow night is exit 185 from 7 until 10 in the grocery store parking lot. I'll bet you $1 million if I had it, Dennis J. is going to be there. I bet Dennis J. is going to be there tomorrow night. He's probably watching him tonight in Marshall. I bet he's going to be there tomorrow night. And then Nick Sorensen will do Beer Garden Entertainment. And then they always have a nice community church service at the Gladbrook Theater on Sunday and then an omelet breakfast at Peace Church. So there you go. Hey, Hometown Family Market, they do a good job. I think they make good subs. Today they were giving away free ice cream. Maybe still will be doing it tonight. And, well, there you go. Home of Free Ice Cream Friday. And like I said, they sponsored that very, very cool World War II Jeep that we saw earlier tonight. That classic World War II Jeep with the big American flag on it. And, when I was down there eating my pork loin sandwich, I noticed that the Jeep was parked there in the grocery store parking lot. So I would assume it's going to be back there, and you can get a real close-up look at this. Again, I want to thank our sponsors for making this live stream possible. Thank you to the Corn Carnival Corporation. Thank you to Goose Implement, to Gladbrook Insurance Agency, to Schmitz Construction, Toledo Medicap Pharmacy, Gladbrook Theater and Matchstick Marvels, Westbrook Acres, Thompson Equipment, Dwayne Petty, Century 21 Realty, Savage Tavern, I wonder if they deliver, Bears Bulldozing, and the Corn Carnival Car Show, which, as I said, is tomorrow. We have First Interstate Bank doing some walking and doing some handouts. They did a good job with the parade. Getting it started on time. And we have another class reunion. So we had 56, 71. How about the class of 1981? So we got the class of 1981. Every time I see a class reunion, I always am depressed that our South Tama class of 1978 never was in this. Maybe in 2 years, in 2028, because that would be what? No, that's not our 50th anniversary. That can't be. It could be. Anyway, oh, there's Sid. There's Lauren. There's the Andersons. Last time I saw Sydney, she had a dog. So I don't know where Sydney's dog went to. Anyway, I was just doing the math there. So maybe there's still an opportunity for the class of 1978 at South Tama to be involved in this. I would just think that would be a cool thing. Now, the problem is, now that would put me in a dilemma. If the class of if our class of 1978 did this, could I live stream the parade? Maybe I could live stream it from the float. That would be kind of interesting. Well, I'll have to wait 2 more years for that. We have Iowa River Hospice. As our parade continues on KDAO.com. This is my second parade. Started with Beeman, actually, this one. Got Black Dirt Days tomorrow. I'll be doing that one at 11:30. Next Saturday, I got the Rose Festival celebration in State Center. Got to do that one. Always fun doing parades. It never seems like work, especially here. Since this town and this Corn Carnival is very near and dear to my heart. My mom and dad loved those church food stands. They used to have the old school church food stands, which they don't have anymore, and that's fine. But, man, they love those things. But they still have plenty of options downtown. I already talked about that. Pork producers, Corn Carnival committee actually doing the sweet corn, walking tacos, watermelon pop, cattlemen down there as well. Get the pie lady. And also, too, just a lot of food options as far as the carnival is concerned. So the parade has come to a stop. Don't know why, but it has. Okay, now we're rolling. Again, a little shout out to my good friend Deanna Davis McCowan. This might be the first corn carnival that she's ever missed. She's sitting in a recliner. That's what she told me. Actually, Deanna's probably in the beer garden, but I mean, I can't say that for sure. If you shuck it, they will come. Between that and our 250th birthday celebration, just a lot of things at play here. And we got the Matchstick Marbles. If you haven't checked out Matchstick Marbles, I mean, you got to check it out. It's very, very nice. Yes, indeed. Little Matchstick Marble thing going on here. Ladies. And, of course, they got the Toy Story 5 movie.
Cactus and Company from Conrad.
They got Toy Story 5. Taylor Swift has a new song in that movie, too. I just played that the other day on the radio. Oh, wow. Look at this. Iowa corn. So good job, Matchstick Marbles. They were doing free ice cream today. Of course, got to have an entry for corn, the Iowa Corn Association. And like I said, that's one of the new things they're doing tonight is the corn cob eating contest. All you can eat corn on the cob at 9 p.m. Extra butter, extra salt, extra pepper. Okay. That's what you got to have, man. What a beautiful night. This thing started on Sunday, actually was set-up night, where we had volunteers set up the benches and the tables and the chairs. Used to do that on Monday night, but they have so many young people and everybody's playing softball and baseball, they did it on Sunday. Then they did the shucking of the sweet corn that everybody's enjoying. They did that on Wednesday in the shuffleboard courts, This is called partsforfarm.com. And we have another semi. But this one is red. The first one was yellow. Never seen a yellow semi before, man. But this one is red. So the corn cob eating contest, that's brand new, man. That'll be at 9 o'clock. And like I said, Trevor Parrish, free entertainment, 8 to 11. In the grocery store parking lot. J.J. Ace up at the beer garden, entertainment, 8 till 12. I remember when the beer garden, this is just what I heard, I never was there. I remember when the beer garden was actually where the city center was. Remember that? And that was a long time ago. Then it was right by the shuffleboard courts. Then I think it was Napa or somebody built a building. So now they have it up by J.J. Ace. So see, things have to change and adapt as we go along here. Merchant's Tent is a perfect example. My mom and dad love the Merchant's Tent. I don't think they really miss the insurance anymore. And like when we had windstorms. So I thought... And I was always thinking that'd be like a cool entry to have somebody like, I don't know, put a merchant's tent on a flatbed. Maybe I'm getting too ridiculous, but I always thought that'd be cool. Hey, you know what? We've had semis. We had a yellow semi. Got to have some horses, and we got another class reunion. This is very cool. Is this class of 61? I was 1 year old. And got the horses. And see, they keep the horses a little ways from the semi because that, whenever that horn sounds, the horses just kind of look around. Well, one just shook his head. I mean, he's not dumb. He said, I don't like that horn. So they give them a little free run. Those are pretty horsies. Class of 1961. Oh, and here's the unsung heroes, because, you got to have a trailer to trailer the horses. So that's what this is. Look at that old school pickup. I swear my Grandpa Schaefer had one. Double D Rodeo in Toledo. They used to have a restaurant by the King Tower a long time ago. See, that just proves I'm very old. But no, they did. They actually had right there where the King Tower was, we had a bowling alley, and we had the Double D restaurant. What else? Had a laundromat? Yeah. The old Lincoln Highway. Here is Spanky and Sons Auction Company. It is a beautiful night for the Corn Carnival Parade. This is it's our 6th year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's our 6th year of doing the Corn Carnival Parade. So much fun. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I just got a text message from Deanna Davis McCowan. My sister is watching from the Bahamas. Her name is Donna. They're watching it together. How can they do that? I thought Deanna was in the beer garden. Now, she told me she was sitting on a recliner at home. I suspect she's in the beer garden. Is she in the Bahamas? I get this. That's technology I don't understand. Oh, there's a white semi. See, so I've seen a yellow semi, and I've seen a red semi. Now I've seen a white semi. Actually, there's 2 white semis in a row. Anyway, maybe Deanna's in the Bahamas. Anyway, she's watching with her sister, Donna. See, Deanna and I go way, way back, Deanna Davis McCowan, because of Tama, and her mom and dad used to run the shoe store. And they always gave all the kids little boxes of chiclets. Okay, well, I don't know. Deanna Davis McCowan, if you see her, say, Deanna, were you watching the parade from a recliner or the beer garden or the Bahamas? I don't know what to think. I just know this is just an awesome parade. Oh, and you know what? It's also nice because, like I said, I'm from Tama, and it's always fun to have people from Tama, Toledo come up and support this, like Hardin's. And I remember, it was started by Eddie Hardin, one of my dad's best friends. I think his son runs it now. Hardin's out of Tama, Toledo. So we got that going on. Remember, tomorrow, pancake breakfast, 7 till 10, east of the grocery store. 5K run walk, cribbage tournament, kids' activities, 10 o'clock at the city park. Car show, okay? Got to do the car show, thanks to Josh Garrison. He's somewhere in the parade. I didn't see him yet. Maybe he's to come. Anyway, I'm using his power, and I'm setting up on his lawn, trying to keep out of the barbecue. See, he was smoking something, and it smelled dang good. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on everything for Josh. But anyway, his car show is tomorrow, and then the Tama County Pork Producers, they're going to be doing lunch at 11 o'clock at the school grounds. Now, Deanna said she's actually 2 locations, 2 computers on the phone. I wish I was in the Bahamas. Okay, so Deanna's cleared that up for me. I still think she's sitting in the beer garden. That's just what I think. Can't prove it, but that's just what I think. Man, I had a good pork loin sandwich at the Tama County Pork Producers. Man, that was good. It's always good. No offense against pork patties, but if you want my advice, you go down and get some pork loin sandwiches. Just make the rounds at all the food vendors downtown, because they're going to be there. And that's the cool thing about this thing. After this is over, all of a sudden people start coming over the hill, and Gladbrook, Gladbrook quadruples at least in population, because people just don't go home, man. It's awesome. Hey, we got some remote control cars here. They're going to do the loop. We got a loop on. Oh, look at that. That was very cool. Come a long ways from when I was a kid, and I had the Hot Wheels loop set. I don't think I've ever seen these before. See, they give them a lot of room to roam. Very cool. We hope you're enjoying this. Maybe you're watching it. Maybe you're watching this from the Bahamas like Donna is, okay? So we got the remote control racer people. Tomorrow night, I really, really hope, we'll try to do my best to keep the rain away, because Exit 185, they're so awesome. Ray Lynn is such a good singer. 7 till 10. She's probably going to take it easy tonight because she just, Exit 185 was playing in Marshtown, so she's probably gargling with salt water or something because she's got to come back tomorrow night and play in the parking lot of the grocery store. Okay, and then at the beer garden, we've got Nick Sorensen at 4 till 7, and then the Icebreakers, whoever they are, in the beer garden. So let's hope for good weather for that. And as far as this is concerned, I remember one year it rained on the parade. That was about the only year I remember that. And then it rained after the parade. But for the most part, and you go, this parade, it always is at 6:30 on Friday night. Now, there are some things that change, okay? Like no more merchant's tent, no more church food stands, okay? No more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't even know where that came from. I think probably Andy Griffith. But anyway, what was my point? I don't know what my point was. There's Meskwaki. Oh, I know what my point was. My point was was that this parade always starts at 6:30, man. Some things change, some things don't. And this parade starting at 6:30 will never change. Well, I can't say never. It just hasn't changed in how many ever years they've been having this. Of course, this is the 104th year of the Gladbrook Corn Carnival. Don't know if they had a parade 104 years ago, but, I mean, you know. Oh, here we go. Now here we got Josh Garrison and the car show. So they really want to promote the car show. Of course, they're one of our sponsors of this live stream. And like I said, want to thank Josh. You know, when I was setting up waiting for this parade, I was sitting on his front porch, and I was just thinking to myself, oh, look at that. They're throwing out freeze pops. Anyway, I was just thinking about freeze pops. That's very cool. I was just thinking to myself, you know, I don't remember the last time I was sitting on the front porch. It was very relaxing, you know. So I was doing that on Josh Garrison's front porch, listening to the wind chimes. And his son told me they have wind chimes that, like, turn colors, too, which is, like, very, very cool. Anyway, there's Josh. I'm taking care of his house. There's no end to my goodness. And, of course, they got the car show tomorrow. So, you know, you got a classic car. Bring it 11 until 1 at the former school. The pork producers will be on hand to serve lunch. I think they're going to cruise to the nursing home, maybe to the lake. Oh, here's Rainbow International Restoration. Water, fire, smoke, mold. So they do a good job. I don't even know what this thing is. Is it a piece of farm equipment? It looks like I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe Donna knows in the Bahamas. Well, I don't know if they have these things in the Bahamas. I guess it's a piece of farm equipment. It's very cool, but I've never seen it before. So anyway, see, you learn something new every day. I never seen a 1944 World War II Jeep either, but I saw that tonight. That led the parade with a very large flag. That was very cool. And like I said, the theme, it's like two themes in one. If you shuck it, they will come. And then also, we're celebrating the 250th birthday of America. So, yeah, so two things into one, man. And, of course, this started at 6:30, actually right on the nose, at the co-op. And typical, you know, when I drove through town at 3 o'clock, they set out their chairs well in advance. Okay, this is Pioneer. Just a staple in Tama, Toledo. Technically, Toledo. Just north of the old Maid-Rite, the old Scudder's Maid-Rite, which then became the Big T Maid-Rite. I love the Maid-Rite, man. I loved it when Scudder's had the Maid-Rite. Remember the Maid-Rite? Remember Dick's Restaurant right across the way? Remember the Holiday gas station where Quick Star is right now? Uh-huh. Did I tell you I'm from Tama, Toledo, so I know these things? See, I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember the Holiday gas station and then Scudder's Maid-Rite. This is a good parade. Well over an hour. Closing in on 90 minutes. No, actually, I'm sorry. See? Yeah, no, we're closing in on an hour because it started at 6:30. Yeah, there you go. That's what I meant. A lot of candy being thrown out. And freeze pops are being tossed out too. Actually, they're handing out the freeze pops. They're not tossing the freeze pops. They're handing out the freeze pops. I guess to toss a freeze pop, that's like not good etiquette. We've only had one gap in this parade. It's been zipping right along. And we've had 3 class reunions, I think. Maybe 4. Tomorrow morning at 11:30, I'll be doing the Gladbrook Corn Carnival. Tomorrow morning at 11:30, I'll be doing the Black Dirt Days Parade. I should probably just kind of talk slower. It's not what I do, but that's what I probably should do. This is Peterson Towing. Good quality and good quantity. And we've had some horses, and we've had some tractors. And we had a yellow semi-truck and a red semi-truck. Never seen a yellow semi-truck before. And we've had several class reunions. Quinn, Little Miss. Cameron Garrison, Little Mister. Jenna Brayler, Corncob Queen. Keith and Joanne Sash. The Grand Marshals of the Corn Carnival this year. Got some more Gladbrook Grand Bay kids. I thought I just saw these guys marching. So they just doubled back. Kennedy said they just doubled back around. Okay. Right. Got it. Layla's throwing candy. Everybody's throwing candy. I wore my Rebel volleyball shirt when they went to state last year because I knew I'd run into the ladies tonight. This is Van Wall, so we have a bunch of tractors. Several big tractors. And once again, I do want to thank our sponsors. Just wonderful sponsorship. Thank you, Deanna, for doing that. No matter where Deanna is at tonight, thanks for doing the sponsors. Corn Carnival Corporation, Goose Implement, Gladbrook Insurance Agency, Schmitz Construction, Toledo Medicap Pharmacy, Gladbrook Theater and Matchstick Marvels. Of course, that's where the merchants and exhibits are at. Plus, they have so many they have to be outside, too. Westbrook Acres, Thompson Equipment, Dwayne Petty, Century 21 Realtor, The Savage Tavern, Bears Bulldozing, and the Corn Carnival Car Show, which is tomorrow, thanks to Josh Garrison and his family. Closing in on an hour on this awesome Corn Carnival Parade 2026. I suspect we have another Gladbrook Panther class reunion. I don't see a sign. I think maybe somebody's holding the sign, but I can't see what year it is. Well, it looks like it's a class reunion. Well, that guy's empty. He needs another one, so they're just passing it from. Okay, I see how that works. The people in back, they just pass the ones up front. Okay, that's how that works. Huh. That's good advice, just in case our class reunion from 1978 does this parade in 2 years. Oh, look at this. USS Polaris. My good friend Stan Upaw. Speaking of the class of 1978. And, of course, they're located north of Toledo on Highway 63. That's where all that road construction is going on, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, we got more semis. So I've seen a yellow one, and I've seen a red one and 2 white ones. Looks like we got a brown one and a black one and a blue one. For some reason this year, I'm into the colors of the semis. I think it's probably because that yellow one sent me over the edge. Because I never seen a yellow semi. So now I've been keeping track of the semi colors. So we got yellow, orange, 2 whites. Here's a brown one. And then we'll have a black one. And then we'll have a blue one. Okay. After this is over, go downtown. Plenty of food options. Take my advice. Pork loin sandwiches. Can't go wrong. Tama County pork producers. The carnival is going to be going on. We got entertainment in the parking lot of the grocery store with Trevor Parrish. We've got entertainment in the beer garden with J.J. Ace. We've got stuff all day tomorrow. We've got Nick Sorensen in the beer garden, 4 till 7 tomorrow. We got the Icebreakers, 8 till midnight. We got Exit 185, which I look forward to seeing tomorrow night. So we got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow night. Then on Sunday, we have the community church service at the Gladbrook Theater and the omelet breakfast. You know what? I think that's it. What a great parade. Lasted an hour, man. Good job. Good job, everybody. Again, thanks to Dennis Skinger for doing all the interviews for the Corn Carnival. Thanks to Josh Garrison for letting me use the power. Thanks to Deanna Davis McCowan for not smoking. Also, thanks to her sister Donna for tuning in from the Bahamas. If I had a nickel, I tell you what, if I had a nickel for every time every time somebody told me they were watching my live stream from the Bahamas, I would have no nickels until right now. And in closing, what a great parade. See, there are some things you just don't want to see end, but it's got to end. Look at all the candy on the ground. I might go get some Tootsie Rolls. Anyway, again, thanks to our sponsors, Corn Carnival Corporation, Goose Implement, Gladbrook Insurance Agency, Schmitz Construction, Toledo Medicap Pharmacy, Gladbrook Theater and Matchstick Marvels, Westbrook Acres, Thompson Equipment, Dwayne Petty, Century 21 Realty, Savage Tavern, Bears Bulldozing, Corn Carnival Car Show. That's tomorrow. It's 104th Corn Carnival. Don't forget, I think they're going to take that Jeep and park it in the grocery store parking lot. So check that out. Hey, I'll be back on live stream tomorrow, kdao.com, 11:30, Black Dirt Days Parade. But in the meantime, come to Gladbrook tonight. Plenty of things to see, do, and eat. That's it. Great Corn Carnival Parade as always. My name is Chuck Carpenter. This has been a special presentation of KDAO.
This special broadcast is made possible by Bears Bulldozing, Corn Carnival Car Show, Gladbrook Corn Carnival Corporation, Dwayne Petty, Realtor with Century 21 Signature Real Estate, Gladbrook Insurance Agency, Gladbrook Theater and Matchstick Marvels, Goose Implement, Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo, Savage Tavern, Schmitz Construction, Thompson Equipment, Westbrook Acres. This has been a local video presentation of KDAO.